Thank you, Nirmala ji, Honorable Finance Minister, and Nari Shakti has never been on display as much as you have shown it in North Block over the last 5 years. Steady, robust, and growth numbers that everybody is seeing. Audiences, I think she deserves a big round of applause. Ms. Sitharaman, in the recent budget session, we did discuss a lot about the economy and the budget. But right now, we are in the throes of the political session. And elections have been announced. Many are saying 400 par is now just kids' play for the BJP, simply because you're actually taking leaders from every political party. 2 chief ministers are in jail, and accounts of the largest national opposition party have been frozen. At this rate, maybe 543 all to the BJP.
We are not taking people, we are welcoming them. The doors are open. Welcome. And on the tax bit, if taxmen can ask you for payments from you, the claims which have been made, the assessee, you or I, will have to pay it, so is the party if it has violated that exemption which is given to them. As a political party, well, you file your assessments, you don't pay a tax. But you have not filed an assessment. And it is not just overnight. It's been going on from 21. You went to one court, the court said, pay it up. The second court, pay it up. Appeal, pay it up. No way have they said the IT was wrong in coming to you. Then you accept to pay some money. The entire amount which is levied on you, interest, penalty, all inclusive, you don't pay. You just pay a bit. And again another bit. And then suddenly you think, oh, let me go to the court again. But suddenly elections are on, so you think best is to make political capital out of it. No. In fact, somebody was joking to me. One of the arguments which they put before the court and also in the media was, how are we to fight elections? All this money has been taken away. They should ask each one of their MLAs whose houses are full of cash. Did ED go and raid some of them? They should actually give the money back. And even, sorry, you can always say, oh, finance minister is talking like this, irresponsible. Is she a political leader or a finance minister? The money which was taken from the party towards National Herald can be given back to the party. Use it. So this is such a frivolous, but for a national party which has governed this country, you want to spend time on this, pay up your due, get going with your work, set an example for the taxpayers of the country.
But this is not political vendetta.
Absolutely not. From 21 and 3-4 courts, the appeal court, the high court, the IT, everybody, they could have said it, saying there's no case made out. The tax authority should step back. None of them has said that. So it's not just me. There is a case made out. They have to pay the tax.
So let me ask you, when Hemant Soren is targeted, as the opposition says, he steps down. Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, tormented by the extortion directorate, as the enforcement directorate is being called. Isn't this undue pressure on political parties at the time of elections? And does this necessarily encourage free and fair polls? Because you have an unfair advantage of being in the seat of power and putting everybody else on the back foot.
Navika, just as you say free and fair, would you please add law-abiding? 8 summons. 8 summons. You have one or the other reason. And there you didn't tell me that this is political vendetta. You said, no, I have some other work. No, my assembly is on, budget session is on. No, I have a campaign to go somewhere. At that time, political vendetta didn't suit you. Now political vendetta, when even the court has said, go up here. Navika, media should be asking meaningful questions rather than asking me a tongue-in-cheek.
Media is in a position where it gets beaten up regardless. If we ask you questions, you beat us up. If we don't ask you questions, the opposition beats us up. So we are quite used to being beaten up.
Opposition beats you up?
Yeah.
I don't.
But you just...
None of us do. I mean, do we beat the media? No way. We've not touched the media, but the entire universe, all the brotherhood of journalism everywhere, saying freedom of speech in India. I one day sat down and looked at the list of governments harassing journalists. Turns out they're all non-BJP governments. But the impression about India outside is because people now look at India, they look at Prime Minister. And therefore they think he's the one who's harassing. No. In India's federal setup, journalists are getting thrashed in many of the states. And I don't thrash you, but you don't ask them. Hey, why are you thrashing me? Modi doesn't thrash me. Say it.
I'm boycotted. Who do I say this to? But never mind. The question really is, two chief ministers behind bars, every political party is on the back foot facing ED questions. You say you welcome people. Very soon people are saying at the rate people are joining the BJP, you'll become the reserve political bank of India. You'll have to lend candidates to other political parties to fight elections. Is that something that we'll see soon?
Very interesting proposition. I think you should hold tonight's 9 o'clock debate on it.
But honestly, people who you wouldn't touch with a barge pole, people who you actually called, icons of corruption, are now suddenly all of them in your party. Talk about the war widows and their Ashok Chavan is in your party. Ajit Pawar, chakki piecing, irrigation scam, 70,000 crore. Oh, lo and behold, he's joined the BJP. Now he's not chakki piecing. Now he's icon of development in Maharashtra. I want to ask you, where does real politics of development begin and where does hypocrisy end?
Real development politics happens and keeps happening. Nothing changes it. People are welcome to come to BJP. But the core work of the BJP, whether it is today, whether it is BJP of pre-14, whether it is BJP of earlier, or even Jan Sangh, has continued. I'm not saying A is an opportunist or B is or C is not. If people see work happening, and they think as political representatives in the ground, a party is making a difference, they obviously would want to come and join. But the BJP's value systems and the way in which the party runs under certain leadership continue. I don't think there is ever a compromise on that.